Hi guys, welcome back to Nduta's kitchen. Today I'm going to be showing you how I make this rich potato stew. The reason I call it rich is because it has all these nice rich ingredients. The first thing we will have are some bananas, some potatoes, some arrowroots or ndoma, some pumpkin, and I'll have some green beans for my vegetable. So my portions are very big because people in my home like this meal very much. So whenever you decide to make this, which I hope you will, reduce your portions to the amount of food that you will like to have. So I'm going to start preparing my ingredients, and the first thing that I'm going to put in my ingredients are some onions, red onions, some white onions, and some spring onions. If you've never tried this, kindly just watch this to the end and recreate this meal, and I promise you that you're gonna like it. If you've tried it before, then I hope that this video just reminds you of and it gives you motivation to try this again. If you've done this before, kindly tell me in my comments below if you liked it or not. Tell me you get what I'm saying. Tell me you get it when I say this is good, and help me convince people who've not done this before to do it once. So the next thing that is going to go into my meal is some garlic and ginger. I'm going to cut it into those small pieces, and then it's going to be easier on my mincing device. Please comment below if you know what that mincing device is, and I'm just gonna mince it before I put it in my meal. This is the mincing device I'm talking about, guys. Tell me what it's called. The next thing that is going to go to our meal is some bell peppers. The first thing I'm going to prepare are some green bell peppers. I'm going to be making 1.5 just so it can be enough for my big pot. The next thing I'm gonna put is a red one. This one is big enough. I'm just gonna use half of it, and it's going to be enough for my meal. I like mixing my peppers. I like mixing peppers. I also like mixing onions, but it's not a must. When I don't have them, I don't stress about it, but when I do, then I mix it. So try it. You might like the different flavors that all these different things, add to your food, especially the peppers. I feel like peppers makes things a lot more sweeter than they do. So if you get the opportunity to, just try it. So I'm going to put all my peppers in that bowl there, and we're going to continue preparing the rest of our meal. So the next thing I'm going to put in my meal is some courgette and some eggplants. So I've finally finished preparing all my ingredients, which is really the hard part of making this meal, because you're chopping your onions, you're chopping your tomatoes, you're peeling your bananas and peeling your potatoes and peeling your arrowroots. But all that is worth it because all these ingredients are going to blend in perfectly, and you're going to forget all that work that you've just gone through. So I've put my onions in my oil. I've let it cook a little bit, and then I've put my garlic and ginger, and then I'm just going to cover it and let it cook. I'm just stirring it a little bit so it can, be fully covered with oil. I'm going to put my meat inside my oil just so it can cook before I continue with my cooking. So I'm just going to turn my meat so that it's fully covered with my onion flavors and my garlic and ginger, and then I'm going to cover it just so it cooks nicely before I start adding my ingredients. So I was checking on my meat and I realized that it still has a little bit of water. I was trying to show you guys, but I couldn't see inside the pot. So I'm just going to cover it again until all my water evaporates, and then we're going to proceed. So all my water is finally done. See, my sufuria is dry, all my meat is nice and dry, and now we can proceed and include our ingredients in our food. So the first thing that is going to go into our pot is the green, yellow and red peppers, bell peppers. My gourds and eggplants. And my tomatoes. The only thing I'm gonna put in my food as seasoning is salt, because this is a traditional meal. You know, some nice natural flavors. I want anyone who's going to eat this food to think, this is good for me. This is good for my soul. And I think the flavor from the meat and the natural ingredients and the flavors from my potatoes and my arrowroots and my pumpkins are just gonna be enough. So I was just showing you everything that I was going to put inside. So I have put everything in my meat, all my bananas and my potatoes and my arrowroots and my pumpkins. I've just covered them because I just want them to soak in the meat flavor and the garlic and the ginger and the green peppers and the tomato flavors. And then once it's all covered, I just added that 1 jug of water. You don't want to put so much water in your food because you don't want it to overcook. At the same time, you don't want to put very little water, because putting little water is going to make your food very dry, and seeing as this is potatoes, your food is going to be too dry. So put enough water just so it's enough to cook your food and enough to have soup for your food. So I'm going to start on my vegetables now. I've put my onions inside my hot oil and I'm just going to let them cook a while before I put my green beans. I've put some salt in my green beans, some cumin powder and some black pepper, just so my green beans can have some little bit of flavor in them. I'm just stirring everything together, and I'm going to put in my completely raw green beans. And this is just a shortcut. If you like, you can start by boiling your green beans and then just stir frying them inside this. But I'm just going to take this route because it's shorter, and I'm going to put in some little bit of water because what I want to do is just to steam them. So I'm just stirring everything together there just so that everything can just soak in the flavors and every green bean can be covered with the oil and the seasoning. I'm just going to cover it just so that it softens a little bit, and then I'm going to stir it once more, and then it's going to be almost ready. So as you see, my green beans are changing color. That just means it's continuing to cook. I've put just a little bit of water, just like that, just so it can steam and soften my green beans. My food is almost ready. Like I said, the hard part was preparation. Now that everything is prepared, everything is just quick, quick, quick. So my green beans are finally done. I was really afraid to overcook these things because I don't like having them overcooked. I also like that vibrant green color, and they turned out perfectly. So my food is finally ready, and that's what you want, how you want your food to look. You want everything to be full. My bananas are full, my Potatoes are full. None of it is overcooked. My soup is a lot, is enough. I'm not going to be choked by food. And the soup is rich. Just look at that. Look at how thick that soup is. Look at how colorful the soup is. And I'm just gonna put some green vegetables, you know, my green beans inside there, just so I can have a balanced diet. So there we have it, guys. Try this recipe and tell me how it goes in the comments down below. If you liked this video as much as I liked making it and as much as I liked talking about it, don't forget to subscribe, because if you subscribe, it means that so many other people get to see it. So don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like, share it with your friends and family. And let's meet here again next time. Take care. Bye.